All right,
so,
Orphan.
So we would have to roll for the... Okay, anyhow.
Orphan, your vision clears. And the kids are here, and they're looking at the mage behind you, and he's holding his wand, and he's right at the base of your neck with it. You just heard him shout out through the door, "If I see hide nor hair of any of you, I'm going to blow them all up."
That seems...
I think the thing to do here would be to try and take his wand from him.
Okay.
Oh boy.
That's an opposed strength check, though, I'm assuming. And
Yeah, since it looks like it's going to come up quite a bit in the future here, I'm going to real quickly refresh my memory about disarm.
I don't think there's a disarm thing. I don't think that's a thing. It's not in this thing that I've been using for quick GM reference.
I don't have my DMG over here. I have 2 second edition PHBs.
Yeah, because you're playing with those things during your Perlard stream.
In previous editions, it was like a called shot.
Called shots are awful.
I'm looking it up in my DMG now.
It was like a called shot.
I have the DMG PDF, so I can just Control F disarm.
A creature can use a weapon attack to knock a weapon from target's class. The attacker makes an attack roll contested by the target's strength or dexterity.
So instead of trying to target their AC, you're trying to make... It's an opposed shot against their...
Oh, you said dexterity. That's my favorite.
Strength or dexterity is what he said.
Strength or
I just confirmed that. So you'd be making an attack roll. So Zook, if you're using your chains for that, instead of a dex roll, it would be a charisma roll. The reason that's beneficial to you is you can do it at range. I'm not going to let you disarm with a bow. That's just not.
No.
Shoot out of their hands. That's awesome.
But I can disarm with dex. That has been what I've been hoping for.
No, it's opposed dex. You're hitting with charisma. There can oppose you with dex or strength.
If you were within 5 feet of them and you were armed with a weapon, you could try to disarm them as a dex weapon. You couldn't do it unarmed because unarmed is strength, and your strength is... Right now, though, it's Orphan's turn.
Okay.
Right. It does say the attacker has disadvantage on the attack roll if the attacker is holding the item with more 2 hands. Which I'm assuming they're not, since it's a wand.
It's a wand. He's got it in one hand. And he's focusing his attention on the front door.
Alright, yeah, I'll go for this. I'll try and...
Oh boy.
Try and disarm him. I mean, if it was just a strength roll, then I would not do it, but...
Here's how out of shape I am. I just pulled a muscle reaching across my desk to grab my DMG. That's sitting on a TV tray on the other side of my desk. And it hurt so much I actually knocked the wind out of me, and now I need a minute.
Alright, so whenever you're ready, Brick, this is going to be a 23 versus their strength or dex saving throw.
23,
Want a hug?
He can't make this. He literally can't make it.
Good.
Yeah.
So you reach up and you snap the wand right out of his hand, and he looks at you with shock.
Like, really, dude?
I'll yell, "It's okay now."
Now that was only that's part of your attack action. You could take the rest of your attacks if you want.
Oh, nice.
And
all right,
beat on him.
I'll take
disarm, shove, that kind of stuff replaces one of your attack rolls.
All right, I'll do these next 2 attacks then.
I like how we
Kick him in the
pause for this
dick.
dramatic dinner break, and then like we come back, and then she's just like oink.
Yoink.
Right. This is a 15 and a 13.
Both hit.
Okay, good.
Oh, mages.
Where did my dice go?
Yeah, beat up on the nerds. That's a great idea.
This nerd was about to blow them all up with a fireball.
Yeah.
This is a 6 plus 13, so 19 damage all told.
Nice.
We don't know that the nerds. They're all
You reach
using
up,
wands.
pluck the wand right out of his hands, and then very quickly aim a few well-placed punches and kicks at his nerve centers, and he goes down, twitching to the ground. The young girl sitting next to you, she screams again when she sees you kill this man with your bare hands.
I'll look back and said, "Don't worry, I told you I'd protect you."
Do you have blood in your face when you say
Orphan,
that?
hey guys, let's bring it down.
Yeah.
We're not on break anymore. Orphan and Zook.
Well, that was Orphan's turn, right?
Maybe Khalil. Yeah, that was Orphan's turn. Maybe Khalil. Eldove, you're not in the manor. I don't know what you're doing up here. We're moving you away.
Oh no,
You hear a
I'm far
voice. Orphan and Zook. You hear from inside room through here, from beyond the door. you hear a man shout out, "Enough! Gather yourselves and enter."
Okay.
Khalil.
Well, I'm actually up where.
I know where you are. I'm working on
Iron Glove
it.
is.
I know where you are. All right, Khalil.
Okay, so guess out. So these guys got lit up from that fireball that Eldove just cast. Yes.
Oh yeah, it was a big friggin' fireball.
So yeah, I'm gonna match Iron Glove stride and jack these dudes up.
Okay, yeah, you can step in behind side Iron Glove, and that puts you in the range of this guy if you want to hit him.
Yeah.
They were all formed up. She was just 10 feet away from him when she stepped in and ate a couple of attacks earlier.
So there's only one guy in melee range with me.
Yes.
Okay, because I was gonna look for sweeping strike, but that's cool.
Okay.
All right, first hit. 19.
That hits.
That is 11 damage.
Okay.
And that is another 19
Okay.
for 10 damage.
For 10.
Yep. And then I'm going to drop another superiority die.
Okay.
So I'm going to... Hang on, let me just review my choices here. I need to stack a little bit extra damage on this guy, I think. Let's see here. Actually, does Iron Glove have a reaction?
How would you know that? You have no idea what Iron Glove's capabilities are.
Has he observed her enough to know?
He's
Does he
only
have that
seen her
thing?
fight very... If he were to use an action to observe her in battle, I would give him more information.
Okay,
but
well,
at a glance,
alright.
no.
Okay. Alright. You know what? To hell with it. Iron Glove. Take a if you have a reaction, take it for a attack.
She's not in range. She's 10
Not
she's,
in range.
she's 10 feet away from this guy. You're 5 feet away. She can't hit him from
okay.
there.
Okay, well then, never mind. I was about to say Commander Strike, but...
Yeah. No,
okay, fine.
The two guys that she could hit both got smoked with a fireball.
Alright, then... Alright, then, never mind. I'll just take a regular hit.
I don't think she can outdamage you anyway.
I'll just take a regular hit, and... that is a 25 to hit.
Okay.
16 more damage.
16 damage. And he goes down. You step in, and he's very quick. He tries to dance out of the way of your blows, but you can see his wounds and fatigue have taken a toll on him, and he's moving just a shade too slow. And you land all 3 blows, cut the life straight out of him.
Bonus action, turn to Iron Glove.
Okay.
We're almost done. Rally, bonus action, one friendly creature gains a superiority die plus charisma modifier for 10 hit points. I have a +1 charisma modifier. So D10 plus 1 temporary hit points for Iron Glove.
Okay. And she gets 3 temp HP.
3. Yep.
Sounds good.
So it's better than healing.
Fred's group is God knows where.
Getting laid.
Zook is actually inside. Now we're going to move him out the way. Arik.
These guys up here got this under control, I think. So I'm going to head back towards the manor.
Okay, let's say double move will get you to the front door from where you
Okay.
were. So put you at the front door and then make sure to remember to get you back inside. Okay. Two hits. sounded like a mist sound effect.
I,
Like somebody standing next to a waterfall in mist. That's what I just heard.
what is Destil doing?
Alright,
Okay.
I thought I was on mute. I'm just pouring out my water pitcher and refreshing it.
Sounds like you're solving a puzzle.
Redemption and the elf step forward. Redemption's limping a little bit. Wait, no, he was in the range of that massive heal, so he's fine.
Back in a full heal.
The elf quickly knocks 2 arrows and sends them flying in the mercenaries, and the next elf goes down. Redemption just takes a stance up behind Iron Glove. Zook!
Arik ran basically to the front door.
Yeah, Eric's at the front door of the manor right now. We're just about to...
I see him
Moving
get to the when I see him get to the front door, I tell him, I say, I kind of indicate to him, we've been summoned, and oh wait, he can't see me. Never mind.
He can't.
Well,
he
I
can
still
hear
kinda-
you if you talk.
Yeah, but he can't. I can't indicate. I'll just say we've been summoned,
Summoned?
and I say, yeah, and I say to the banquet room.
Are you taking an action, or are you going to spend the action conversing with Eric?
No, I'm just saying that real quick, and then
And then what?
I'm gonna use double action to get to this door.
Okay. The door
And,
stands open right now because the mage came through it.
Oh, well, okay. Then let me backtrack a little bit. If I get to here, what do I see in here?
You don't see anybody. No people. You just see into the room.
Throw a minor illusion into the room,
Okay.
and it's asking, saying, come out unarmed, come out into the entryway unarmed.
And you just get billowous laughter in response.
Alright,
Just-
fair enough.
A loud, belly-full guffaw. Like, the audacity of this gnome who thinks he can scare me with his petty illusions kind of laugh.
Okay, fair enough. That's it. That's all I got.
Cool. Back outside.
Sidebar, I didn't know there was a dodge action.
Yep.
Somehow missed that this whole time.
They take off running behind this house. Anybody standing here lose sight of them. Nodal might still be able to see them. No, he doesn't have a good angle and it's pretty far away. So they duck behind this house and run off towards this field. And that's the last any of you see of them. Which brings us to... Oh, well, you know, Iron Glove's gonna...
Oh, Lord, Iron Gloves.
chases off after them, moving kind of slowly. Oh shit. Her voice cracking a lot. And when she makes it a few paces up the road, actually she would not have made it that far. Makes it a few paces up the road, you see all of her strength give out. She collapses to the ground and stops moving.
Even with the 3 temp hit points I gave her?
I just described what happened. Snipers, mercs, Eldove.
I just gotta make sure that these guys are leaving and aren't planning on coming back.
Where do you fly to?
So let me take out a line tool and I'll let you know.
Cool. Line it on up. Yeah, when you fly over to this roof, you can see them. They're retreating across the field. The woman is severely injured. She's looking very, very bad. The man with her doesn't seem to be injured at all. The last of the Fasula mercs. But he's got his arm around her shoulders, like he's guiding her away. He's helping her across the field, but they are in full retreat.
Is she 120 feet away?
She is... not even close. She's about 55, maybe 60 feet away.
How bad do I want to kill these mercs? They're
You really
clearly
want
leaving
them
the
to
field
die.
of battle.
This is the one that hit you with the cold blast.
Oh,
probably.
this is the mage?
Oh yeah,
Right,
the woman.
fuck
she's-
her.
with the mage. She's clutching her staff.
Oh, she's going fucking down.
Is she?
I don't have enough to do a full fuck her action, but I can at least hit her with a firebolt.
Roll the hit.
20.
Okay, don't even bother rolling damage. She had 1 HP left.
Beautiful.
That's how angry I was about that cold.
You send the firebolt screeching off into the night, and the man tries to interject himself in the path of it, but he's not fast enough, and it blasts her to the ground, and her clothing just smolders on the ground. The man with her gives out a cry of anguish.
That
You're a
sucks
dick.
when you go around casting ice spells, doesn't it?
You're an
Bad
absolute
things happen to you.
Okay.
Little kid, good.
Tarin.
Hey, she killed a number of our people.
Tarin a double move this way.
And hit me with ice.
I haven't necessarily heard anything about this. That's the double move, right?
Yeah, by the time you get here, I mean, you see there's nobody left in the field, but you
Yeah, yeah.
there's not quite enough bodies to make up everybody.
Yeah, the building's in the way, so yep. Actually, let me go ahead and do a medicine check on Iron Glove
Okay.
while I'm here. It's wisdom, right?
Yeah, wisdom plus medicine.
8.
She's not unconscious from pain. She's not unconscious from blood loss or her wounds. It doesn't look like her wounds are that severe, but she's unconscious nonetheless.
Can I say anything into her mind?
She's shivering quite a bit, like shaking, and you see that sweat is beating up on her face and on her brow.
I'll just do a quick "Are you there?" into her mind.
You reach into her mind, it's just blackness. No response.
Do I see any magical auras on her?
No.
Not anymore.
Okay, so is that it for Tarin?
Do I see no magical auras or
No magical auras.
Okay, yep, that's it.
I think your concentration's broke a little.
That brings us back to Orphan.
Alright. So I heard this guy say, alright, that's enough, come in here. Or
So-
something. What was it?
Gather yourselves and enter. And then Zook sent the illusion in, and the illusion said, come out with your weapons dropped, or something similar. It said, drop your weapons and
Disarmed.
come out.
Come out
Disarmed.
unarmed.
And then the
And
response to that was unkind laughter.
And that came from room 3?
It came from beyond the doorway to room 3, but you don't have
Okay.
you don't have a view of the north
Yeah,
end
I don't
of the
have
room.
any sight. Because the door is in my way, right.
Right. You'd have to actually enter the room to see the full room.
Let's see. I'm a little wary of leaving these kids behind. So I'm gonna I'm gonna stay right where I am and just say to Zook, I'll handle them. I'll handle things here. You and the others go inside.
What others? I mean,
Well,
Eric's out there, but
Eric's out here, and presumably the others are coming around at some point.
to be clear, nobody outside heard the shouting. They were all too far away from the house and the sounds of combat besides.
Yep.
Okay. I'll use my turn to ask. Should we go in?
Zook just kind of laughs and says, "I'm not going in alone."
I can try and summon the others with thaumaturgy. I can, my voice booms 3 times as loud as normal.
That would, yeah, they'd hear that.
Yeah. And Zook will say, "Yeah, go ahead."
All right. Also, I'll yell outside, Captain Tarin, we've been invited to parley.
And you say it so loudly, the little girl in front of you squeals and cups her hands over her ears really tightly. The brother shoots you a dirty look, and the other girl is still sitting there hugging her knees. The injured one.
All right.
So everybody outside heard that very loud. From inside the room, you hear again another peal of just very unkind laughter in response to your Captain, we've been called to parley.
That's how Orphan understands it anyway.
The voice rings out again. Says, you fight too valiantly for me to call you cowards.
Okay.
Khalil, you just heard Orphan yelling that you've been invited to parley.
All right, and then Eldove took care of the last.
You don't know
took care
what.
of the last
You don't know what.
I took care
Eldove
of the
did.
last mage.
You don't know.
No.
You don't have any idea what Eldove just did.
The one guy who's
Let me see here. You know Eldove shot his bolt of fire, and you heard the cry of anguish come from the other side of that building. That's all you know.
Well, we heard the call to parley, so I'll glance at Tarin for some guidance, and if he's like, yeah, go ahead, then we'll turn around and head back in that direction.
I still don't know what's left. Tarin would shake his head no until he has an idea of who's left on the field.
All right, then. I will move as far over here as I can get. Stand on Eldove's head for
I
a
would
minute.
probably get right to the edge of this house here.
Yeah,
So we're gonna put you there. So, man, that's a weird shape on that Marth.
I know, right?
Ike is even worse. That's why you're Marth and not Ike. 'Cause Ike holds his
Yeah.
sword way out to the side. So yeah, you can't see around the house. You don't have a good view of this field here. You can see Eldove up on the roof, and he's
All right.
he's making a fist pump.
Eldove, what's up? What's over there?
There was a mage and a fighter, but I took out the mage.
Then deal with the last one, or do we? What? Anyway,
Okay, we're gonna go back to Arik now. What's up, Arik?
What's up?
Here we are.
Orphan, are you alright?
Orphan,
She nods. I'm fine.
she's not looking too bad. She's about two-thirds hit points, give or take.
Alright.
And,
It's
but
visibly bleeding.
She points to one of the wounded child and said, "But this one could use something if you have any."
Yeah, the elder sister has 3 hit points. I mean, she's got a wound on her back. She's not spurting blood out of it. The Revivify took care of most of it, but it's still, she's really badly injured. She's gonna need some kind of attention.
Alright. I will roll medicine to stabilize her. Make it better. Give her
Well,
bandages.
she's already stabilized. She's not
She's
gonna.
stabilized. She's good.
Yeah, she's not gonna bleed out. Do you have a healer's kit? You do not.
No, I do not.
Without
I
a
have
healer's,
navigator's tools.
without a healer's kit, you can't use medicine to give hit points back. You could
Sure.
I'll let you spend the action to bind the wound, put a bandage on it. It's not going to give her any mechanical benefit though.
Yeah.
She's not going to regain hit points, and if she were at 0 hit points, that would stabilize her. The medicine check.
Okay. Well, then I'll just bind the wound.
Okay. And at first, the brother makes a motion to stop you, being protected. But when he sees that you're getting out your medicine materials, you rolling out gauze, you have to cut the back of her shirt up, pull it away from her shoulders where you see the gash where the sword went in. And, yeah, you spend a couple of seconds binding it up, making sure it's tight and she's not going to bleed out.
Cool.
Good times. As for Redemption's team, he and the elf moved back. They heard the call. Zook.
Duke is going to, and I was going to say you don't need to worry about loading that, because what Zook was going to do was, now that Arik is in here, he was going to use double movement to come to the gate and see if the others are actually coming.
The only person standing at the gate is Relipses, the Tiefling woman. She's been dashing for the manor for the last couple turns. Khalil's actually not standing here. Khalil is somewhere else.
Do I know that she's the mother of one of these kids, or what do I know about that when I see this woman dashing towards the thing?
You know, because last time you stayed in the village, you know that she and her husband Khalil were in charge of running Eudach's Mug, the tavern that you all stayed at. You also know that she spent that entire time spying on you.
Right.
You know that her husband was a wanted man, and you know that she has a daughter.
Is it reasonable to, seeing the look on her face as she's running in, that this is the mom of one of the kids?
Oh, yes, totally reasonable.
Okay.
You also know that Relipses is one of the 3 people that Redemption asked you to kill.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You
play
still have a
that.
knife.
Yeah, I don't think I'm just gonna stab her as she's running in. I don't think. Well, plus I just used double movement, so I can't.
Well, you can dash as a bonus action. You're a rogue.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Still got an action.
Yeah, you can totally stab her.
Stab her.
With advantage,
Stab her,
so you get all the sneak attack.
stab her.
Go to the dark
Oh
side.
my god.
You take her out 1 hit.
Hold on, guys, shut up. So, from Zook's perspective, all I know is this is a woman we were supposed to kill,
Yes.
and I don't see Redemption where we're at.
Well, you know she's not dangerous. She's not a magic user. She's not trained in combat. She's a noble woman. You know she spied on you. She and her husband had ears inside the mug, and she reported all of your movements back to her father. You suspect that that's the reason her father came to the conclusion you all were in league with the Hill Giants. The reason Redemption wants her out of the way is not because she's dangerous. It's because she has a claim to the land. She is his older sister. If her father and her older brother are killed, the farm falls to her, and Redemption doesn't want to have to defend this place if she goes off and manages to rally support. Looking at her standing in front of you now, though, she doesn't look like a threat at all. She looks frantic, she looks panicked, she's running full bore towards the front door of the manor. Like, standing there, she doesn't give any indication at all. I mean, you're invisible, but even if you weren't, that she would stop. Like, she's about to blow right past you and run all the way through the front door of this place.
In that case, for now, I let her go by, because I think Zook would think if we're gonna have to take care of her, we can take care of her later.
Right.
I don't want to blow this invisibility.
You're gonna feel real foolish when she kills Orphan.
Let's be clear, murdering her in cold blood right here at the gate would undoubtedly be an evil action, and those chains would pull a little bit tighter.
Yeah, that's kind of, and I don't think that Zook would just up and stab this woman who is.
Oh, would it level
clearly
up the
frantic.
chains?
And Osprey help you if Arik sees you do this.
Oh, that would be badass.
Okay, so
Now,
ignoring
Arik wasn't
her,
comfortable. I'm sorry to interrupt. Arik wasn't comfortable with this whole, hey, you have to kill my father and my siblings plot to begin with.
Honestly, Zook
Was he?
doesn't give it. Zook.
No, he wasn't.
Okay.
Also,
No,
Zook's
wait a
stance has
second.
always
I
been-
definitely remember Eric wanted to kill one of them.
Misnery, but that's
He was
because
way into it.
Right, Misnerith is she's not in the line of succession though. Misnerith is the one that betrayed the family and fell in with the Silver Eye. She was in charge of the storehouse. She was the one that was skimming all the profits off the top. She's the one that paid her slaves in those stupid clay coins that Arik got into a shouting match with. And you all rescued Benipe, was her underling, and took him back to your boat.
And actually, you reminded me that I can actually kind of take triple movement if I'm not planning on doing something else. So I want to actually run another 25 feet outside the gates.
Okay.
Do I see where do I see from there?
Let me load up the other map.
Okay. Basically, I'm looking to see if the party's actually coming. Because I'm...
When you poke your head out of the gate, you see Redemption and one of the Sand Elves, armed with his bow, are running towards the gate. Beyond them, Zook's passive perception, it's not bad.
Pretty
17?
Good. Yeah, I'm not rolling this turn, I'm just running out.
Yeah, beyond them, I mean, you see some shapes out here. People standing here, but you have no idea who.
Okay. I'm just going to stand here for now. Because I used up basically everything I can do. Am I within talking distance of, I see Redemption?
Yeah, if you speak loudly, he'll hear you.
He won't be able to see me anyhow, but I just call out to Redemption. Are the others coming to the manor?
And Redemption throws his head over his shoulder and he yells, I don't think so.
Awesome. Okay.
Don't go into the manor. Hey, we already went to the manor. Hey, they're calling us at
Well,
the
now
manor.
that I've seen Redemption, he can fucking kill her if he really wants to. I don't care.
Nah, that wasn't the deal.
I know.
Alright, so that was Zook. Oh, I gotta be back on that map anyway.
I'm hoping to get this all in the manor just so we can stop with this shit for a minute, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Eldove, you see the man scoop the woman up in his arms, and he continues to dash across the field.
What do you guys think? What he says to Khalil?
Khalil can't see them from where he is.
Khalil, they're leaving. What do you think?
What, that last guy?
Yeah. Should I take him out?
That's up to you. I have no...
Khalil, I'm coming to you for combat advice.
Alright, this conversation is too long. It's Iron Glove's turn. She doesn't do anything. She's incapacitated. She's laying on the ground, kind of twitching. She's foaming at the mouth a little bit. Snipers, mercs, Eldove. Now you have a turn. You continue the conversation now if you want.
Khalil?
I would just as soon eliminate them so they don't come back for us later.
Good enough for me.
Oh snap!
That group should never split up.
That's just about 120. Maybe a little less than 120. What are you hitting him with?
Just a firebolt.
Firebolt? Okay. Well, I mean, the woman is dead, clearly.
But you could whittle down her death saves.
It's gonna be disadvantage on the to hit.
Oh, she's not making her death saves. It's disadvantage on the to hit?
Yeah, because it's darkness. You're firing into an area you can't see very well. You're firing into obscured light or obscured darkness. They're outside of your 50. They're outside of your 60-foot darkness. The dark vision. What I'm saying.
Yeah. What if I looked through my owl's eyes?
You dismissed your owl. It's gone.
Right, but what if I did? Would that be?
Did I don't think owls have dark vision.
They have 120 feet of dark vision.
Then you'd be able to see them.
Okay,
But you
then.
don't have an owl.
Considering whether I have an owl, Jesus Christ, Brickroot.
You can attack them from here, but you have to attack at disadvantage. Just like the snipers were firing at disadvantage last week.
No, I'm agreeing with you that that's fine. Calm down. Don't have to be so
You have
sensitive.
movement.
Yeah. I have a lot of options. 20. Does that hit?
I'm pretty sure it does. In fact, I am like 90% sure it does, but I'll double check. These two characters are totally opposite sides of my notepad window here, so I'm scrolling back and forth frantically. Yeah, 20 hits.
And I'll roll my damage.
A lot of damage.
That's 15 plus 6 is 21 is 26.
Okay.
And I'm going to fly out over the field. And I'm going to yell out, surrender now if you want your, I don't know, woman to have a chance of surviving. We have a priest.
You throw out the firebolt, and you crash into the man's back, and he stumbles forward and drops the woman, crumples to the ground. Immediately, he reaches down and picks her back up, and you see you've injured him badly. And he continues to limp away from you. Tarin.
I don't want this fucking come back.
Can I get to where I can see them from here?
Yeah, if you double move to that place, you can see them.
A single move won't do it, though?
No, single move's way too far. That's
Okay.
about 60. That's about maybe 50 feet from the edge of the field around this house.
Okay.
Yeah, they're about 75 feet away, judging by this.
Yeah.
I just need to get so the house doesn't block my line of fire, basically, but it doesn't sound like I can do that. So I guess double move.
Okay. Going back inside. Rulipses comes running in the door. And immediately when she runs in, and she looks over and sees her children, and sees Orphan. Now, are you standing up, standing guard, or are you still, like, hunched down with your... Okay.
No, I'm still standing guard.
And she looks at them, and she sees Arik kneeling down, binding her daughter's wounds. And she cries out, "What have you done to her?"
I am binding her wounds. What does it look like I'm doing?
Orphan.
I'll step forward, getting between her and Arik.
Well, if you want to get in between... Yeah, you can stand in between her and Arik.
Yeah, because he's binding their wounds. I mean, he's closer than it looks
He's
like.
over there, yeah.
So I'll step with my palms up and said, easy, easy. We've been protecting them this whole time. We made sure that they're all right.
And you see a look of recognition on her face when she sees you, especially your tail twitching behind you. You're not like to be forgotten in this village anytime soon. But you see her eyes dart from you to the kids and to Arik back and forth a couple times. And the voice from inside the room says, "How long must my patience hold?"
They're coming. They're coming.
I don't think they are, actually. I think they're going to be outside
Take
for a
some
while.
time.
Khalil.
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 There he is.
Switch to my bow. And probably take a pot shot at disadvantage.
Oh, yeah, disadvantage.
Well, wait. How far is your ring? Is that 60 or 120?
60.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
Yeah.
I think it is 120.
It
I
is
have to double check.
120.
But you're further than 120 anyway.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're not.
No, it wouldn't be. He'd be in range.
No, you can see them clearly
God.
from where you are.
The hell with my dice or my mouse? I swear, I don't have an extra set of batteries right now. Anyway, shot says 18.
That'll
No,
hit.
not 18. That's not an 18. That's something less than an 18. That is 14.
Doesn't hit.
You only have a +7?
Plus
Oh
a-
yeah, with your bow.
A dex weapon.
Yeah, your bow.
I'm still on the fence. I might house rule that longbows are strength weapons, not dex. I think the book got that one wrong, but whatever.
The way
Mouse, would you
3.5 does it is that there's a feat you can take that lets you add your strength to longbows.
Yeah, but
That's for
3.5.
damage, though.
The damage.
That 20 will do it.
That's 20 on die. 5 plus 2, 7 plus another die is 3, so 10 damage on that.
That was a crit. Did you roll the crit damage?
Yeah, that's 10 total
Okay.
on that crit damage. And third hit. 7 plus 7 is 14.
Nope.
Does 14 hit?
Nope. Khalil
Okay.
sends 3 arrows whistling out into the night, and one of them finds purchase in kind of a glancing blow. But you see, it tears away a deep gash as the arrow goes by. And again, he stumbles to the ground, dropping the woman onto the field. This time he's having a harder time getting back down and getting her into his arms. Arik.
Sup?
What are you doing, man?
Chilling in the manor, waiting for
There it is.
our buddies
There
to
it
show
is.
up.
Oh, you're just going to stand and wait?
Yeah, don't know what's taking them so long. We've clearly been summoned.
I mean, it's only been like 20 seconds, so...
I know.
Tarin does not operate on the timetables of booming voices.
So you're not doing anything, just standing?
Yeah, just standing.
Do you say anything to Relipses?
No.
I wouldn't either. She's kind of a biatch.
Other than I tended to her child's wounds,
Okay?
including the one that killed her, but I don't say that.
Redemption and his elf continue on into the manor courtyard. Zook!
Who is this guy?
That's
Oh,
Iron
that's
Glove, laying in the ground,
Iron Glove.
laying in the road, twitching.
I don't see her from where I'm at. Zook's gonna stand at the gate, and he's going to throw out in the general direction that he believes these guys are in a minor illusion, asking basically, "Are you guys coming?"
See all here. Zook's summon. Are y'all coming or not?
Yeah, it sounds just like that.
Eldove turns around and says, "By the way, Iron Glove's twitching. I think she's coming."
No, Eldove does not do that.
Eldove is not so crass.
So that was Zook. The man has a difficult time picking the woman up. This time, you see him pull one of his daggers out, reach down and plunge it into her neck. Pulls it out, plunges it one more time. The third time, he pulls it up to his own neck and slices across his throat. He does this while he's facing Eldove and Tarin in the field. And he manages to stand on his feet for a few moments before losing consciousness and falling over.
Man, mercenaries are hardcore.
Was not expecting that.
I think Burkroad's just trying
What
to...
did he think we were going to do to them?
Probably fly after them and cook him to death.
He was probably thinking, they're going to keep throwing fireballs and shooting arrows at me. And I don't know what the fuck that Warlock's got up his sleeve, but I don't want to be here to find out.
We offered them surrender twice, and they didn't take it.
He did not accept.
Khalil, help me with Iron Glove. Something happened to her.
Alright.
Do you want me to go check on the building? I can probably
sure.
get back there faster than the rest of you.
That's fine.
It's Eldove right now. It's Eldove's turn.
Yep, and Eldove's just gonna double move as far as he can get back to the building.
Okay, go ahead and place yourself.
Which is like a little about 3, I think.
Tarin.
Move back towards Iron Glove.
Okay. And you get there, and she's not twitching and shaking so much now. She's laying on the ground. She's breathing faintly, but she's not moving. Her eyes are still open. Her eyes are like stuck open, and she's staring off into the sky. Her axe is clattered to the ground next to her.
Tarin will start to hoist her up over her shoulders, so I have a feeling with her armor, it's going to take both of us to carry her.
There is no picking her up.
Yeah.
Not with the plate she's wearing.
But like I said, I've got to wait for Khalil to get here, so...
Okay. Should come up with a better system of maybe keeping 2 initiative orders for the inside and the outside. But I didn't do that already. Do either of you make any motion to stop Ellipses from moving over to the kids?
I don't know.
Because she's leaving Orphan's threat range and entering Arik's, so...
I would at least like clasp her on the shoulder and say, "Wait, I know you want to take them out, but we don't know if it's safe yet."
Do you stop her from moving? Do you grab her? I'll let you use your reaction to stop her from moving.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Make a strength check.
Okay.
Only got to beat a 12.
I'm gonna roll a 2, so it doesn't matter.
There
oh
it
no,
is.
okay, all right.
She tries to move for the kids. You reach out. You try to put a hand on your shoulder. You feel her shrug you away. And then you realize you're going to have to restrain her. So you reach your arms around and you grab her. And she struggles for a moment, but you're way too strong for her.
Yeah, and I'll say, I understand you want to get them out, but this is not the time.
She says, this is the perfect time. They'll kill them.
There's nobody here to kill them. We don't know what's happening outside.
At that, you hear the voice in the next room. Say, make no mistake, I will kill them.
What a douchebag!
I think he's going to kill the kids.
To which Ellipses responds, Silver Eyes were holding them hostage in the manor house. That's how they were keeping my father and me under control.
Is your father still here?
He's dead, come on.
We'll have to answer that later in the initiative.
Okay.
Khalil.
Hey.
How you doing?
So this Iron Glove chick needs some help. Getting back on her feet. I will aid Tarin in that regard.
Okay. You can get up to her this turn. On your next turn, you'll be able to start moving her. Or you could double move. Well, because you have to double move to get up there, I think.
Can I just replace my strength stat and rename it Strong?
No. I guess what Tarin, you didn't have to take a double move to get to that point, did you?
I probably did, actually.
Okay. Well, then both of you made it up to Iron Glove on this turn, then. That's fine. What about you, Arik? Are you doing anything inside?
Are the kids freaking out at watching, or the one girl's freaking out at her mother being restrained by Orphan?
The boy and the young girl are still huddled up together in the corner. And when they look at Relipses, you don't see love in their face for her. You don't see affection for her at all. Relipses' daughter was the one who died and you brought back.
Right.
And she's not given any indication that she noticed her mother walked into the room at all.
Cool.
She's sitting on the ground, hugging her knees tightly.
Cool. Alright, no. In that case, I become the protector of the children in Orphan's absence.
Okay, so you stand in front of the kids with your glaive?
Yeah.
Now, who are you protecting them from? Like, if Relipses manages to shake Orphan off and step forward, are you going to cut her down?
Not going to cut her down, no.
Okay,
But,
so who are you guarding her from?
well, there's clearly a threat in the next room, so...
Okay. So you're going to be standing between them and the door to the next room over?
Yeah.
Okay. Zook! Oh, I'm sorry, Redemption's group. Enter the manor now. I'll put them on the map.
I apologize. I had to step away after my last turn for a second. Did anyone respond? Like, loud enough that I would hear them?
You are being ignored.
Duke is gonna use all of his movement to come as far down this way as he can.
Okay. And when you get this far, you look down the path and you see Tarin and Khalil are starting to gather up Iron Glove, who's laying in the ground, not moving.
Okay. And I say, what happened to her?
Don't know. Have to have Arik look at it.
Well, he's in the house. Let's go.
Okay. No. Okay, so that's going to bring us back to Orphan. Orphan, what's happening in the house? Are we going to do anything? I don't want to save there.
What?
Yeah, I skipped you. I don't like you anymore. No, what are you doing, Eldove?
I just want to move.
Okay.
I'm just going to say, Zook, I'll be back in the house. Don't worry. In exactly 12 seconds.
Let me ask you this. Is everybody heading back to the house now?
It sounds that way.
Is anybody staying outside? What I'm going to do is just open up the other map. I'm going to take everybody at the end of the first round. You can all be standing at this gate. At the end of the second round, you can be standing inside the door.
Okay.
So we're going to start with Orphan, run down the turn order. Once we get to Orphan's next turn, you all will be standing at the gate and can go inside.
Okay.
Sound good?
Okay, yeah. My only question is, does Relipses do anything on her any surviving Eudach's turn?
She tried, but failed.
Okay.
She's struggling against you. At this point, Redemption and his elf enter the house. Redemption comes in the doorway. The elf stands outside the door and standing guard. Redemption just looks around. Says, thank goodness, all the children are safe. He looks over at Relipses. What does she try to do?
She's trying to carry them away, but I'm trying to tell her that's not a good idea right now.
Says it's pretty safe outside now. I would send them to Kymir's house.
Oh, then in that case, and I'll nod and release my grip on Relipses.
And I mean, she immediately rushes in and stoops next to her daughter and starts examining the wounds and says comforting words to her. So Arik stepped up between them and the door. Okay, so what is your turn, Orphan?
So on my turn, I'm just going to go over here and look inside. See if I can see this guy who I've been talking to.
You can't. You can not see the north end of the room looking into it from here.
Okay.
You just see the large empty room.
All right, and then in that case, I'll ask Redemption. Are the others coming?
He shakes his head and says, I don't think so.
Orphan size. But give them time, I suppose. That's it. I'm not going to do anything until the others here arrive.
Okay. Arik, that's you.
I'm assuming Orphan said that she can't see anything in the room.
I mean, yeah, standing where you guys are outside of the room, you can see the south half of this room. Here, I'll draw like a...
Cone of vision. Cool.
Like, I would say about here. Anything in the back half of the room, anybody up here, you wouldn't be able to see. You don't even know if the person who's yelling at you is yelling at you from this room. There are other rooms in the manor beyond that.
I will shout into the room. To whom are we speaking to?
And you get unkind laughter in response. The word is just, seriously, you've been slaughtering my men all evening. You don't know who you're speaking to.
Just making sure.
Eric getting
You say it in
sassy.
exactly that tone of voice, too.
Yes.
Redemption's looking very nervous as he moves in next to you. You see he's got... What musical instrument did I say Redemption had? I forget now. A shawm. Did I say he had a shawm?
Sean.
And he's got his instrument with him. Yeah, it's a shawm. That's fine.
I will play you the song of my people.
The elf enters behind him, and you see him. It looks like he's trying to get a good bead with his arrow into the room, but when he sees there's no good targets, he just holds ready. Zook's on his way back. Everybody positioned themselves out here. Oh, somebody already did that. Nice. We can eliminate the two lovers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're
Prove that
eliminated.
so far.
We can, I guess, put Iron Glove back on here.
Who is question mark 2?
You don't know.
Still?
No idea. Snipers,
this guy.
works. Eldove is coming, making his way up. Tarin is making his way up. No mages around. So, when they see that their progress is not going to be impeded now, Relipses gathers up the children and begins ushering them out the door. And it's only at the behest of her mother that the elder girl actually stands up and moves. It looks like she's in some kind of, like, a catatonic shock. And Relipses moves them out of the house. And Redemption
Donnie
watches
might
her
do
go.
that to you.
Okay, so now, you guys have made it up to the gate, along with... What do you do with Iron Glove? Because you're carrying her. What do you actually do with her?
I was going to set her down inside the building, but if there's still people in there, I think we should probably set her down in the courtyard if we can find a space that's out of the way.
I mean, there's been some combat in this courtyard, but it's pretty quiet now.
Especially if, did you say there was an elf that was watching over the entrance?
There was, but he's since gone inside the building. By the time you guys arrive at the gate, you see Relipses and the kids coming out of the house.
Well, I guess we'll bring her inside with us then.
Orphan.
Alright, so I'm back up again?
Yep.
Let's see. I can see them at the gate now, right?
Yes, if you look out the front door of the house, you see the Relipses and the kid are leaving, and the rest of the party has assembled at the gate. Eldove, are you still flying?
I will be until I get to here, and then I'm going to use my action to dismiss my wings.
Okay.
Alright, I'll go up to about here and say and motion him inside. Say, come on, he's waiting. And I'll come back. I'll go back in.
Okay, Khalil.
We'll move along with it while bringing Iron Glove through, and then once we're inside, I will.
Now, if you and Tarin are still carrying Iron Glove, you're going to wait till Tarin's turn to move along with him.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, where's the plan to put Iron Glove? Like, Tab, where you're going to bring her inside the building?
Yeah,
I was
so at
thinking
this
like.
point.
Yeah, that looks. Yeah, it looks about right.
That's fair. So, Khalil, you're holding your action until Tarin moves, and you'll move along with him.
Yep.
Eldove, you got to stop that. That's got to end. That's so distracting.
flying.
Stop it. Stop it. Arik,
Yes.
what's up?
Do I see Iron, whatever her name is, Iron Glove?
Not unless you go out of the house. Not unless you leave the manor and look towards the gate.
Yeah, Orphan's still inside.
Orphan's inside.
Redemption.
The kids are
Yeah.
right outside. And yeah, standing there at the outside the front door, you look out the gate and you see the four of them. Tarin and Khalil are carrying Iron Glove between them. She's a stocky dwarf wearing plate. So
I just sort of make a gesture like, really? Really? This is all you see me as? Is this...
But we're
I
just
just-
bringing her back so she's in a safe place.
Arik, thank God, we need your healing.
Redemption turns to Orphan, and he leans in and whispers, says, "So what's the plan when we go in there?"
I shake my head and said, Captain Tarin makes the plans, not me.
He gives you this skeptical and a little bit disgusted look at that remark. Zook,
Am I still invisible?
you are. The last 4 hours of gameplay transpired in about maybe 4 or 5 minutes, if that.
No, I know. I just
been
didn't
a
know how
long
much
time.
invisibility I had because it does have a minimum of like 4 minutes or something.
But yeah, you're still invisible as far as my notes say. Okay, so you're moving up towards the stairs.
Gonna come here, and that's a double movement, and I'm going to use the actually, yeah, I'm just gonna go there, and I'm gonna actually just use the hide command. Gonna kind of crouch in there.
Hide
I'm
where?
gonna hide.
Not
like
in this
up
square,
against-
you're not.
Like up against the wall here.
I'll let you hide back in this corner because this door is open. And you've
I
got
don't
nice
have
shadows over here.
I don't have enough movement
Oh,
to get in that
no.
corner unless you're gonna let me fake it.
No, there's no hiding where you're standing right there.
All right, then I'm just gonna triple move just to kind of tuck into this corner.
Okay, now you're not hidden, but you're standing there. You're fine.
Right. Yeah. I'm still invisible, so I figured that's good enough.
Iron Glove gurgles a little bit. Eldove.
Yeah, Eldove is going to take his full move,
Okay.
plop down on the ground, and turn his wings off.
And I mean, you freak Relipses and the kids out a little bit when you land right in front of him and retract your dragon wings. How? I know Nodal has an answer to this question. I know he sat up all night one night thinking about it. How does Eldove's clothing accommodate his wings?
I actually, and this is true, while everyone was doing shit out in the desert village, I started sending Nich IMs, and I'm like, while they're out, back me up on this in the future, we're out getting my clothes tailored so that my wings go through them.
I will.
don't-
This is absolutely true.
I don't dispute that for a minute.
I can show you the logs if you want to see them.
So, Eldove's wearing a shirt, cloak, cape, whatever, and the wings billow out through holes underneath his shoulder blades, the flaps that aren't sewn shut, and when he retracts them, they zip back in and the flaps fall back into place. Okay. You fucking twink. God bless
This
you.
is such bullshit.
Alright, Tarin and Khalil, where are you going with Iron Glove?
We already
outside.
tabbed the area that we were going to carry her over
Are
to
we
the
double
corner.
moving carrying her?
Yeah, you can double move. You're fine.
So we get there this turn.
Okay, so you're going to put her up against the corner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where were you, Albert? I was buying new clothes.
That is 100% believable.
Totally.
I think we broke you.
God.
We broke McDohl.
Now, Relipses doesn't take the kids towards the gate. She takes them off around the side of this wall over here, and she's ushering them off in that direction. Orphan.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you see the party's assembled now. The last stragglers are coming up the way.
All right. And I'll look at Tarin. Orders, Captain.
I guess we go in.
And she nods.
I love that. Captain Tarin makes the plans. Tarin, what's the plan? We go in.
So Orphan goes in.
Where did
Go
you
in.
put Iron Glove?
In the corners.
Back over here.
The plan is carnage.
You don't want me to tend to her wounds first before we go in?
Not wounded. There's something else wrong, and it's not magical, at least that I can see.
If
you want to, Eric.
Really?
Roll medicine to figure out what's wrong with her?
You can on your turn.
Oh, okay.
Still on turn order.
I didn't realize we were still in it.
Oh yeah, we are.
Yeah.
This is not. Aha, we're not done yet.
Oh my god.
Just keep in mind, I'm at 50% HP, Eric. So, 11 this way, maybe.
You said we'd be done by 10 with this nonsense by 10.
I did say that, but I misjudged. It's happened before. It'll happen again.
I'm just being a little contrary. Don't worry about me. Oh my god.
I got to move a lot of pieces into place, so. Ah.
Wow, this is a lot of pieces.
A lot of pieces.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I got 3 fireball pearls left.
You know those pearls are priceless, right?
Yeah, and this battle is pretty awesome.
If you're ever
We're
going to
nearing the
use
end
them.
of the campaign. When else am I going to use them?
You look in this room, Orphan, stepping in, and I mean, most of the room is blackened and charred from where Zook was flinging fireball pearls in. The north half of the room is relatively untouched, and you see 2 firing lines of snipers, one up along the north door here, one back along the wall. You see where the banquet table has been removed from the room. Looking up here,
Was this the banquet room?
what's that?
Was this the banquet room that we were in before?
Yes, this is where Eamar Eudach accused you of being in league with giants previously. I have a map for it now.
Yeah. Okay.
Looking up at the end of the room, you see who you presume to be Silvereye, Buazum Silvereye. He's standing, and he's a lot older than you expected. He looks like he's pushing 70 or 80. Gray, unkept, scraggly hair. But he's not stooped over. He's not hunched. He's standing tall, straight spine. Leaning to one side, he's got this wicked-looking blackened quarterstaff that looks like it has been hewn out of some kind of black metal. Behind him, he has another line of mercenaries, all standing with their long swords at the ready. Behind them, you see the figure of a woman. Roll me... Wisdom 15.
Okay. All right. That's a 15 exactly.
She's wearing silks. She's wearing a veil over her face. She's very scantily clad. Now you get a good view of her belly button and most of her legs and her shoulders
Human.
and whatnot. A human, yes.
Okay.
The clothes she is wearing, though, are made of silk, and they have strange patterns, designs, and when you look at them for a moment, you notice they must be letters, characters of some alphabet, and you've seen them before. It has been for a very long time, but you realize after a couple of seconds, you realize you've seen these same kind of patterns, these same symbols on the clothes that Fila was wearing originally in the boat.
Interesting.
The woman who became Tarin's concubine.
Mhm.
This woman
Oh,
you're
yeah,
looking
I know
at is much lighter skinned than Fila. Where Fila is very dark skinned, this woman has a very milky complexion. She has very, very long hair. Like not quite Daenerys Targaryen bleach blonde hair, but pushing that color. And the hair is braided down into her sides, and into the hair is woven bells, silver bells. And you see these same kind of bells attached to the threads of cloth that she's wearing. She stands at the side of the room kind of very indifferently, watching you enter. Silvereye, it's not just a clever name. When you look at his face, he's got the white scruff on his face where he was very uncleanly shaven, and one of his eyes, his right eye, you see scar tissue all around it. What looks like knife wounds cutting up around outside the eye. The eye itself is just a silver ball. Just a silver orb stuck into his socket. And he's wearing very heavy, maybe horsehide boots, breeches, gloves, No shirt. His big old manly chest sitting there for all to see. And when you enter, he nods with disdain and approval. And says, well. At last. And he looks over to his mercenaries at either side and says, attack.
Wow.
And now
Here
it's
we go
Silver Eye's
again.
turn. Well, that was moving in. I mean, you still have an action. I know you still have movement in the action left.
I can leave.
You can. She does. She leaves and slams the door. She's like, nope. Nope.
Nope.
Yeah.
Full
In
on
fact,
Grandpa
she's
Simpson.
She's gonna leave and thaumaturgically slam the door behind her. Says, this is no part. This is no party. They're at least 10 strong in there.
But we wait for the full party.
Should I just earthquake the building down?
As Orphan turns and leaves, you hear Silver Eye laughing. This is the most hysterical thing he's ever seen in his life.
You know what's gonna happen.
We're gonna kill them all. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Khalil.
Khalil gets a look on his face after seeing after hearing all this nonsense go down, and he just rolls his eyes like, "We're doing this again? Okay. All right, let's do this."
He's all Leroy.
Nope. No. Ready to action.
Okay.
Wait, the doors swing out, don't they?
Door's closed.
I will,
Did Orphan close the door?
but they do swing out. Yes.
The door swings out. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take position right there, ready
Okay.
to action. Spider comes through there, like a melee type dude comes through there. He's about to get sorted.
Okay. Arik,
Sup?
it is your turn.
Yep.
My favorite little pleasant bastard that you are.
Glad we brought the injured woman into the house.
Yeah, I know, right? Cure wounds.
Okay.
Because that is what I do
On who?
on Iron Glove.
Now, before
No,
you do this, when you
sorry,
look down,
Right. She's
Like
not
Tarin
injured.
said,
Sorry,
she's-
totally
she's-
forgot.
she's
Yes.
injured. She's got damage, but it doesn't look severe.
It doesn't look severe. I will roll medicine. That's what I wanted to do.
Make a medicine check, and you can find
Yeah.
out what's going on.
Oh wait, no, that's a what is that?
Is your medicine check better than your
7.
religion check?
7 plus 8 is 15.
You
Not bad.
Looking her over, you see the wound where she got stabbed by the Fasula mercenary. And you notice the flesh around the end of it is turning from like a pinkish color to like a dark brown, and you see the veins in the area start to blacken. And it's bleeding this kind of watery blood. To your eye, it looks like the dagger she was stuck with was poisoned.